Ah, democracy, the power of the people. Assuming you're a person there, peeping through the peephole of the screen as you scroll by the minute, by the hour. You're one of we the people. Do you feel like you have power? Are you on the left, or are you on the right? Or the ever smaller center can't decide which way to swipe? Do you ever get the slight and sinking feeling that it's true that we the people aren't in power but the powerful few? Cause while me and you, we the people divided, keep on viewing the news that keeps our views one-sided. The lobbyists keep lobbying to keep the few elected, who will keep the system running as their funders expected it. And then the next election comes and all of our attention gets absorbed within the tension of which president we F with. And no matter which you're packaged with, it seems the other side is psychopathic in the panic of the system that divides. Sound familiar? It's the system, bro, but we can change the system. That's something we can agree on. It isn't you and me that perpetuates the evil. It's the government. Corruption is legal. A filthy, rotten system, as some people have called it. So how we gonna clean it? It needs a colonic. The thing that's really toxic is the notion it's impossible to synthesize the opposites. It's not ideological, it's structural injustice. It's not me against you. You heard that all before. So what we gonna do? First, work the polls. I don't mean stripping. There's a poll worker shortage. To reform the system, we need volunteer support for the safety and protection of our often underserviced state and local elections. Local is the essence, then change happens broadly. It worked with women's suffrage and with marriage equality. Even if you disagree with me philosophically, if neither of us gives a shit, then each of us is not as free. What you wanna see? Public campaign vouchers, so the voice of special interest isn't always what shouts first. Disperse small amounts to us everyday residents to help us fund the candidates we want as representatives. The question is, whence the money came and where it goes? Where'd you get your funds? That should get disclosed, especially when the source is a foreign corporation. What were the concessions that their contributions came with? Bypass the companies that got the biggest pockets to flood the whole process with their ill-begotten profits. I guess we can't depend on a politician's conscience, so ban stock trades while officials are in office. And it's obvious we're awfully divided and all our wallets are tightened and we've been often seeing violence. But what we got in common is we don't all have billions, so the funding of our politics has got to have limits. But who can tell what policies to trust when those who vet the government that regulates us may oppress the very freedoms they're designed to undersign? Who watches the watchmen that watch us online? Does regulation violate free speech? But how are we free when our very feeds leech on the fears and insecurities of everyone at each? And the algorithm honors those with most financial reach. Follow the money, and you'll find the reason why the system divides us. It isn't you and I who truly disagree, and if we do, then we can find a solution true and kind and see through the party lines. And even these lines about rescuing democracy, you may think it's just some old centrist ideology that honestly is not for me, and I can see that truth. But being truly radical means being at the root, and the root of the problem is the misuse of wealth has influenced the laws that run the system itself. And if we can change that, we can root out the evil and have a government that's run by we the people.